Hi guys, we are making videos with the label of Etu, which is the name Erik Dubois, of course. And in those videos I'm still teaching because that's in my vibe, that's my DNA. But in this case there is no ISO building. We use the ISOs of somebody else. In this case, have a look. This is RebornOS. I've contacted yesterday the developer of RebornOS. Know this, that the April ISO you can't do an offline installation, only an online installation, and let's do this together. So in here we do a super X. Let me first get out of here, voila, super X, and then we shut down. And let's completely reinstall. And that's the danger, right? That I'm on the real machine and gonna get out of there. So this is basically a clone. Yeah, let's do complete installation. All right, so RebornOS. So lots of alternatives to install an Arch-based system, and then it's up to you what desktop you want, what formatting do you want. There's so many choices to be made, like this one, for instance. NVIDIA, no NVIDIA, speech, no speech, LTS, no LTS, right? You choose, try what works on your machine. It depends on the hardware you have. So you kind of need to know a little bit of what do I actually have for a CPU, for a GPU, and if it doesn't ring a bell, right? Ask AI, look it up. What is a CPU? What is a GPU? Etc. The Arch Wiki is a great way to learn more about the hardware of your and software of your system. So you use an ISO, you download the ISO, burn it on a USB, again another challenge, how to burn an ISO. Then you need to boot up, another challenge, F2, F8, Dell, some key bindings to actually tell to your computer system that's the ISO you need to boot up with, right? And like I said, so the offline is at this point in time not working, and we could actually see the reference number 2025-0526. That's the issue, and I've called it broken ISO, but it's not broken if you choose online. All right, so let's wait for a new ISO because my preference will always be offline, since then I don't have issues with firewalls, countries that block me, and so on, key servers that gone wrong, packages that are not there, servers that are down. I mean, there's a long list of things that can go wrong with an online version. Hence, my choice for offline and win some time because I always know that's gonna work. This is normal procedure. You know this is Calameres, and you just select what you need. My choice will be, for the moment anyway, Xfce and ChatWM. That's it, but you can choose anything else, even no desktop, and then start running your, in my case, the arcolinux-nemesis scripts. Grub system deboot. I will choose system deboot for the moment. Next, don't do anything here. I have my scripts, don't care, right? I know my packages, unless you don't know the packages, and you have a look. What are the full office suites? All right, have a look. Okay, I'm not clicking anything there. Erase disk, make this bigger. So that's our choices, and that's our choices. For this, for me, this is okay, right? No swap, X4, perfect. Why no swap? I've got enough memory. No hibernate if I want to, very small little bit here. Okay, choices. You choose, and you test. Voila. Install and install now. And this is the way to have a look if you want to have a technical view of all this. So we're running Backstrap. There are different ways if you take a look at the videos. If you did it yourself and installed different versions of Arch, then you see there are different ways to get Calameres at work, and here we're going to install a Backstrap. You see these lines. Initializing, these are things that a seasoned Arch Linux guy knows what it is. Pacman key, Arch Wiki, Pacman key, Arch Wiki key, signing, etc. Right? This is the things we first need, and then everything can go on. And Europe Brussels, it says up here, and here we go, right? This is the bunch of stuff we need. So this is an online installation. If there is no internet, if there's no stable internet, if there's an intermittent internet, you'll have issues. If you have a country that blocks you, you have issues. So you really have to think, why is this happening to me, as it does not seem to happen to anybody else? So it might be your network, your router, your settings, whatever is happening on your end, and you have to analyze. So I guess I'll put it on pause, I wanted to say, but have a look around, right? Advanced settings, did not look at that. Maybe, right? This can help you. So that's the advanced. Links, all kind of links, utilities. Okay, the stuff you can choose. I have made my selections, right? Won't install a firewall. I will have gparted, RaidMirrors, HardInfo2. No grub, because I chose the system deboot system. BleachBit, I had really had some issues with it years ago. Never touched it since. Stacer, no. RebornOS Fire, have a look what that is. Time shift, no need for it. Paste, no need for it. Baobab, yes. Pamac, yes. But Pamac AOR. And that's the thing, right? It's all about choices all the time. So you test out, see what you like. And in the meantime, voila, we're done. So basically, arcolinux, fine. ISOs will not be built, but all the knowledge and all the packages basically moved a little bit to a personal repo, the Nemesis repo. And I'm running the arcolinux scripts on anything. I just need to choose. Am I going to ArchLinux? Am I going to CashOS? Am I going to RebornOS? You need to choose, right? I know my choice is probably gonna be Arconet still. The ISO from May or April, or Arch, or maybe, right? Whatever you want, whatever I want, it's a choice. And choices change over time. Git clone HTTPS. Oh yeah, before we do anything, edit, preferences, appearance, no, first general, unlimited log stroke, unlimited scroll back is good for me. Oh yeah, let's have a quick look at my mic. Is it still good? Yes, it's good. Sometimes it changes just on its own. Let's go for 50. Select. Voila. So git clone HTTPS and then github.com Erik Dubois. Create your own, fork my scripts, change my scripts. Have fun with my scripts. cd arcolinux-nemesis ls. This is it. And all you need to do is have a look at the code and decide what you want to do. So basically we sit back, right? We make this a little bit bigger. We sit back and we wait for the code to finish. Using different pacman configurations, pacman.conf in particular, mirror lists that I change to the ones that are really, really good in Belgium, right? Hear that? In Belgium, not North America, whatever, right? It's just here that those servers, Sweden, in my case, I don't go to the server in Belgium. Strange, but no. And here we are already getting these edu packages in, an ArchLinux logout that will be maintained. So if you like this super X thing, these icons to log out, let me show you that. So we're on a system, we press super X and we get this, right? Or any of the other icons. There are many icons down here. Make the icons bigger, which I actually prefer a little bit bigger, right? Now you save this, escape, super X, and a little bit bigger. So that will be maintained, but it's not going to be on the arcolinux repo. It's going to be, let's kill the social media. I see still a lot of things are open. All right, quit. And yep, that will be maintained, and it's going to be on the Nemesis repo. So that's the only, well, not the only, but that's an advantage of knowing that basically Brave. Let's quickly launch this. Where can I find this? On YouTube there are videos, and in those videos there is somewhere what is the advantage of having Nemesis repo down here somewhere, right? So it starts here, edu0001, right? Starts here. How to add Nemesis repo and what is the benefit of adding Nemesis repo? Why and how, right? And we do that, of course, in the scripts. Why would I do that manually? Scripts. And in the meantime, well, I think I can show it somewhere, but certainly at the beginning. So back at the top here, at the very beginning, we set everything up. We set up the servers. Osbeck is Sweden, right? And the others are just international, let's say. Here we are. We keep RebornOS, we keep core, Arch, Nemesis repo, so github.com/Erik Dubois, Nemesis repo, and of course the 4,000, if not already 5,000 packages from the Chaotic AOR containing so many kernels, if you like to experiment with that. So all these things, let's see if anything red pops up, will be either, well, first removed. First we remove obstructions, packages that we say we don't want to have or that obstruct the installation of the edu packages. They are out, and I replace them with my packages. Basically, we get a beautiful castle in Lego blocks, and I tear down a tower, and I tear down the bridge, and I replace it with my bridge, with my tower. That's it, right? Lego packages. I mean, that's what I compare it always with. You remove one package and get another in, like the Git versions, for example. Paru Git or Paru. It's just the same thing, but not really, right? It's a version that is very, very recent, as in the last one, if you build it with Git. And it's also recent, but then with a version number that has the engineer or the developer release the package with a number, and then it keeps working for months, and then it releases another one. So the Git is the in between the two stable versions, let's call them that, official versions. Doesn't really mean that Git is unstable, could be, but well, the stable version could also be unstable, right? It depends what code you put in there. It's easy to make mistakes when you're programming. I hope you get the message. It's all relative, right? All right, Paru Git, right? Choices. I want Paru Git, I want Yay Git, I don't want Paru, I don't want Paru bin, etc. Recently changed to SDM Git rather than SDM. Just fun. Very last code of SDM. See what happens. Also my real metal machine, right? Also this thing. Sudo pacman -remove SDM, right? I've got the Git version. Check, it works. Still something open there? No, it's not possible. I am here. So gradually, let's go to the internet, for example. Gradually, I get stuff in the Lego blocks. VLC is not yet there. It will get there. Spotify is there. Simple screen recorder. I'm not very often on an Office application. I'm just thinking months ago probably, on Linux. Not for work, of course. Take a look at the reborn stuff, right? There is reborn things in here. Not here, but here there was something in system. Welcome application. If I can click it. Voila, I have a look at all that. Utilities. Show again. No, not maybe. Take a look at this. Fire. Is this? Welcome to. Oops, it's gone. Here you are. Yes, of course, the database is locked. We're installing, right? So basically a neofetch kind of thing, it seems, but there's more to it, of course. Look at that. Install OpenBox, display managers, utilities. That's another thing I could do, right? Is go to SDDM. Maybe let's include it in the video so you know that this is a simple way. It's knowledge, right? So the bash completion is not installed. I can't press tab. So this one is installed. Not gonna remove it. I'm gonna activate it. Sudo systemctl sddm with force. That's all it takes. If I did not enable, forgot something there. Enable SDDM please, and override whatever is there already. Force. That's how it should look. Then you reboot, and now we get SDDM as display manager. It's all about choices, and you choose them. I am just a user at this point in time, choosing this system. Now PyChem is a bit silly and a bit sick. I'm working on something to see if I can fix it, right? On VirtualBox, it's gonna be great on Real Metal. But Neo, again a second installation. And how many packages? 1175, probably too much for you, your taste, right? But this is my taste. I come first. You should come first as well. Use the arcolinux-nemesis scripts. Just I wouldn't delete. Yeah, there we go, right? Sometimes it glitches. Did like this. That's your PyChem. Ctrl-Alt-O kills it. PyChem, stopping PyChem. Ah yeah, I've changed something new to that script. Thank you, ChatGPT. Ctrl-Alt-O lets me select versions. So I have on my Real Metal machine like 6-7 versions, and I'm figuring out how PyChem should work. So now I have different, it's reading a folder for chat.wm, of course, and I can test out a new PyChem code, text, test, right? So this is a bit blurred, and I hope that in VirtualBox at some point in time I know what exactly it needs for code. So there's that. I was going to say that if you're going to change, look, I can't press anything anymore, right? So VirtualBox is a bit troublesome, but we'll figure it out how PyChem is behaving. Look at that. Star Trek, right? Thing is, don't remove lines is my advice in the arcolinux-nemesis scripts, but put a hashtag in front of it, and then later on you can still compare in 6 months, year time, compare what I have, what you have, and then say, okay, I have added an extra line, you can add it too or not, put a hashtag in front of it again, etc. Right? You keep track of the changes with melt. That's it from me. Enjoy RebornOS. Choose whatever distro, of course, you want. It does not need to be an Arch-based system, but it could be, right? 5,000 videos are still relevant when you are on anything else. It's just, there are more things to learn, of course, specifically to CacheOS or Garuda or EndeavourOS or RebornOS or any other Arch Linux based. Enjoy.